Welcome back to another episode on Hadal TV on the Hadal Sports segment. Again, we're going to be covering the semi-finals of the Sbcl between Manchester Powerhouse versus OIR, both fixtures, home and away leg. Before we do that, again, as always, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment. We did hit 1,000 subs. Big shout out to everyone. Thank you. It's only the beginning and there's more to come. Ahmed Yassin are joined alongside me today. How are you guys doing?
We're doing very well. Just about recovering from the long journey, the strict work after that. And I mean, Ahmed got here like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I know. And then we arrived like probably about 1:30. Then it was another day on Monday morning. So it's been fun.
I was going to say, you guys look tired. Have you recovered from... We'll get to that in a moment without revealing too much. But yeah, if we go into the first game, I said, Ahmed, whoever wants to take lead on this one, how was it? What was your take on it? What was the final, before we get to the final score, like just leading up to the game, how was it overall?
Yes, so I think we had a semi-final first leg for this Sbcl season against Manchester OIR. Familiar foes, familiar opponents. Played them earlier in the season, finished 4-4. I think we played them last year. It's quarterfinals, first leg. We beat them 5-2 at home, 2-2 in OIR London. I think it finished 7-4 on aggregate to us, and we proceeded on to win that season. This season, they've been doing well. You know, there's not been Hilltop team in this competition this year, so a few Hilltop players have kind of are either playing it for OIR or majority of them are at Wembley Rangers. So OIR, you know, they seem a lot stronger in terms of squad depth and quality, and I think that's why we had that 4-4 draw. But a lot of
I mean, sorry to cut you off. I remember since the 4-4 draw, I was even saying they are looking really strong. They're looking like one of the favourites, alongside Birmingham at the time, because you know they were top of the table and all that stuff. But yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, but again, you know, knowing our staff and our team internally, we knew 4-4 didn't reflect the real story in terms of what was going on behind the scenes with our team.
Yeah.
I think we were not respecting the competition, not respecting the opponents, to a point where complacency crept in all season long. And again, coming to that group stage game where it finished 4-4, it was evident with them playing earlier in the morning and not turning up on time. And I think it was, again, similar story at Birmingham in the group stages. We've had a few humbling experiences, and it felt like it was on the table in the first leg at home. Same old story, players turning up late, lack of preparation. I think we set a bad tone in terms of from the first leg. I think preparations in terms of players, team talk, mentality was all wrong going into the game, and I think it was evident through the performance of the day in the first leg, where it finished 2-1. We won 2-1. We forget that we actually won the match. But I think we were really disappointed with. We should have probably won that match by 4, 5, 6 goals potentially. We had chances. We created enough opportunities. Again, preparation, quality, decision making. It was affecting us all season long, but it was more evident in this leg against OIR. We had a team that was hungry, ready, prepared, had an objective, had a bit of history with us. They were coming for all the smoke, you know, and I think our boys were not matching that energy. I tried to warn them. I tried to match that energy for them, and if you see me on the sidelines, I would have been shouting, screaming, fighting, everything. But again, that's just to kind of set the tone for them to understand the importance and the magnitude of the matches that they're competing in. You know yourself, Ahmed, Esed knows when I used to play, I would be the same type of player on the field as I am off the field. So I'll fight for every inch and every decision, same as the opposition will. And I just expect some of our boys to do the same sometimes, to fight for the small little...
Too quiet.
fight for the small.
How was the game? If we just go into the game itself, you said it was a win, 2-1. Obviously, I'm out of the country, so for me, it's like just as a neutral watching.
I think we started off brightly, straight again on the counter through the transition when we win the ball back against Saj. A great counter. He received the ball on the right hand side on the edge of their box. Kind of put a beautiful cross into the 6-yard box. Billy came running from the halfway line.
I could hear you screaming, "Run, Billy, run!" Get in. Yeah.
I'm like coaching the boys. You're talking about the VO footage. Again, I'm always coaching the boys through the decision making that they should be making. So I can see the third man run he should be making, that he should be anticipating that the ball will finally end up in the box. If he doesn't sprint, he probably doesn't score that goal. So
100%.
Again, as Mourinho would say to Luke Shaw, he's got his body, but I've got his mind for him. And it's sad. Some of our players do kind of need to be a little bit more proactive and understanding the game. But again, Billy is a quality player. He's been on form. He probably just wasn't concentrating and focusing. I was just making him alert. Go hunt and go get yourself a goal. He scored the first goal, 1-0, early start. Probably could have set the tone from there. We had a few more chances, didn't take them. We conceded a soft goal in terms of, I think they had a corner.
No one touched it.
Yeah.
He just went straight into the net.
Straight in.
Yeah. He went over the first post. I seen it.
Yeah. We watched that. It was so strange.
I think everyone was so busy with the keeper and they're trying to create a bit of a.
We just went in. So like,
you have to give credit to their player, man, for attempting to just the in swinger. Beautiful.
Yeah. But you know what? Me as a coach, I could see it in terms of their tactics. It was part of what their set piece tactic, kind of get bodies around the keeper and kind of put the ball on the keeper, either through a flick on or even if it goes in directly from the set piece. So I think to them, if you ask them, they would say it worked exactly how we did it in training. In terms of our players, I think they could have better organized themselves in that situation, where I did make him aware at halftime, listen, this is how you deal with this situation in terms of communication, players at certain positions, and in terms of the keeper, I gave him the instructions, and I think we dealt with that situation a lot better after that. Again, after the 1-1, I believe there was a few good chances, some one-on-one. Saj missed a chance. And I think Omar had
some incredible chances.
It's like the final third where the decision making wasn't. Yeah.
In the final third, things were breaking up. Even I think Mosa came on, hit the post. I think that goes in. It's 3-1. It's different story at the time. I think. Second goal for us.
I think it was Abdul scored.
Yeah, sorry, Abdul Rashid scored the second goal. It was a set piece from Hassan on the halfway line. Beautiful ball, just into the mixer. I think they didn't deal with the first ball, bounce inside the box. Abdul Rashid anticipated the bounce and just kind of like directed the header back towards where the keeper was coming from. So he kind of caught the keeper off guard as well. But again, we know what Abdul Rashid can do. I think in that match, he was trying to set the tone for them, winning challenges, passing the ball through balls. But you can only take what's around you, and I think some of our players could have been better on the day and capitalised on a lot of chances, because the way you set the tone in the first leg is how it's going to go in the second leg. I know in the first leg last year we beat them 5-2. It gave us a little breathing and at least an opportunity to go to OIR. If they were going to come with this siege mentality, we at least had a few goals to bank on. Again, on this occasion, we were too wasteful. And after that, I think we made a few changes to try and change the game. I think the last 15 minutes, OIR was tiring in the first leg. I think we could have scored a few goals. Maybe their heads were dropping, some of the players. They weren't at full strength. I think we missed a great opportunity to kind of take him to the sword.
So Ahmed, Umar got sent off.
Yeah, so in terms of the latter stages of the match, we could have potentially have scored a few crucial goals to put us in a good advantage position. I think sadly, as we were about to make a few changes, I think Omar had already picked up a yellow card. I think decision making and us knowing from experience, Omar could potentially, lose his head and kind of get involved, because he's the type of player he is. He's very energetic. He's got a lot of passion.
Why was he not subbed off?
Literally, we were in the process of it. I actually spoke to him. This is what was very annoying for me. I'm very frustrating on the day, and especially in the first leg with Omar, was I'd actually spoken to him. I'd spoken to Mubzi on the sideline, told him, tell a few of the subs to get ready. I'm going to bring them on in 5 minutes. I spoke to Omar while he's on the pitch. Listen, please, you're on a yellow card. Don't go to ground. Don't give any silly free kicks away. We're going to make a sub and I'll bring you off. Omar had his own mind. He kind of was a little bit. When he was younger, I would have said inexperienced. I think it was poor. It was unprofessional. It's sad for me because one of his teammates lost an opportunity to come on and play and get some minutes under their belts, and potentially could have scored a goal, because previously in other matches when we made substitutions, they've been crucial and they played a part. And it was part of my tactics that the latter substitutions would help us and maybe give us that edge at the end. Sadly,
even like with 10 men, I feel like you guys held it down quite a bit, kept it really solid at the back, especially towards the final whistle. And then there was that penalty incident.
Yeah, so just on the red card, I think as we told Omar not to do that, their centre-back had the ball, went past two of our players. He's in his half. Omar went for a slide tackle, which was unneeded, and I think he got a second yellow card. I had a go at him. You might see some of the footage on the VO where I'm having a go at him. It's kind of got heated at the end with him. Again, emotions are high on the day. I think what doesn't translate across to Omar is the reason I'm angry and upset was he's such an important player. He's such a great talent that the competition needs to see players like that. The team needs players like that. And I knew that him not being on the field on the away game would cost us as well, potentially. So,
but I think saying that, I think he's one of the most important players and experienced players in the team. Surely, make it a challenge that he did with a yellow card already on his name
in their half.
Yeah,
with like 9 men behind you.
I understand that. I don't understand the logic of it. It makes no sense whatsoever. I mean,
it's football, man. These things happen.
It does, but like, it costs a team, especially that game. We could have killed that game. Was at that point, I think Manchester was on top, and we were looking stronger and stronger. And I think that gave them a breathing space. Actually, they give them the confidence to come back out.
Yeah,
I feel like they were on the ropes.
Yeah, they give them the confidence to come back out.
We were there for us to give them the knockout blow, and I think we gave him an easy way out. And all my kind of from it, lack of experience, petulance, maybe just lost his head. Again, he's a good player. Hopefully he learns from it, moves on.
I definitely will.
On the day, there was emotions high. Me and him kind of went at it in the change rooms. A lot of things were said behind closed doors. But at the same time, there is footage that hopefully might resurface for behind the scenes. Hopefully you can tune into that with the Manchester Powerhouse YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment if you haven't.
Always doing the plugins.
Yeah. But in terms of what you were saying, Ahmed, after that, the red card, we did well to maintain a foot in the game and still create a lot of chances or even maintain some threat. But I think we were a bit naive. Again, we've done it throughout the season. Players coming inside the box and we don't need to make a challenge, and we've just kind of stuck our foot out. It was a penalty. We're honest to say that, you know.
Do you think that player kind of like left his leg in
He left,
more?
Yeah,
I was watching that again and again on the video. I was like, yo.
It was like a lazy leg.
He had to do what he had to do
for the player to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
There was no like disagreeing with that. It was
a penalty. Fair enough.
Again, it wasn't needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It took a leg out, and you're just thinking, why are you leaving your leg there? It's not going to do anything. He wasn't attempted to get the ball either. He should have just tuck his leg in and just let somebody else make that challenge. And that was happening anyway. He was on the emotions that was going to happen. It just basically was silly.
And how was the pen? Was it like over the bar or what happened?
Obviously, the credit to the goalkeeper. I think he made a good save. But this is the thing. We didn't need to be there. Like, that would have made it 2-2. Do you know what I mean? At home.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a bit of a silly. But at the end, because of the red card, because of the penalty saved, we were thinking, woof. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish
got away with murder.
But I think, you know what I mean? I don't want to speak for Ahmed and obviously and the organisation, but it was that kind of afternoon. You know what I mean? OIR were ready. They were in the change room. They were waiting for us. You know what I mean? To start the game. It just started, and I could see Ahmed Yassin's eyes the whole day. You know what I mean? When he was giving a team talk, when he was, organising the team, I could see his face the whole day thinking, he's not on good one today. And obviously you could hear them in the camera as well, like, during the game. But I think it was that kind of afternoon where everything didn't start very well. I mean, the guys didn't start very well. They didn't prepare very well. OIR was waiting in the change room, waiting for us to come out. Everything was just like, it just went from bad to worse.
I think for me as well, if you ever see me, arguing with the opposition, it's never nothing personal. It's just me trying to get into their heads. It's part of the game. It's called mental warfare. They were giving it as good as they were getting, and again, I try and give as good as I get. But the whole day, as I said, we were dealing with things behind the scenes that it set the tone in terms of negativity, a whole dark cloud amongst or around us. And I think it's been like that throughout the whole competition, throughout the whole season. We were stop, start. And I think our lads don't realise that once you're champions, you need to act like champions, you need to behave like champions and represent the competition as champions. Sadly, what they didn't get was there was going to be a big target on their backs. Every time any team plays you, that it's a final.
Yeah, literally. That's it.
It's literally our final. They really want to go home and say they beat the champions. So I think that was what was missing from us this season, is maybe that experience of knowing, you know what, there's going to be a big target. We probably preferred the whole underdog mentality where no one knows about you. But the cat's out of the hat, the bag. We're not a surprise no more. Everyone knows how good we are. Credit to the boys, credit to ourselves, but that's respect. Teams are going to come at us hard, so we've got a match. And I think after the game, we knew we had a tough day in London, second leg waiting for us.
And did you catch up with some of the managers?
I catch up with the managers after the game. Obviously, everybody seemed very comfortable. The manager seemed very happy with the result, with the performance, and obviously he stated that obviously they were missing a few players, and we didn't take advantage of that. And obviously, the second game would be tough for us. That's the statement that he would give. They were very comfortable. Also, we had Adnan on there I think it was the outstanding. I mean, definitely, he was playing up front. I think he was giving our centre backs a lot to run around, and
I think they played him as a striker. They were missing players, but I think in group stages we've seen how good that he is.
On the wing.
He's a good player, good left foot. But again, I think the boys kept him quiet in the first leg. Because and that's respect to him. We kind of realised he's a threat.
He seemed very confident with the performance that they gave. Obviously, they didn't cause a lot of damage. Obviously, there was not a lot of damage that caused to them. Obviously, 2-1 was very encouraging performance for them anyway, and he was the most outstanding player for that game. So yeah, and we'll show this is what they got to say.
Coach, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Another tough game. It looks like similar game for us last time.
Yeah, tough game, 2-1 result. Really and truly, it could have been either way, and for us, it was fine margins. And it's unfortunate that we got a loss, but it's only halfway. We've got another leg out back in London this Sunday, so we're looking forward to that, inshallah.
It looks like there's nothing to separate the two games. I think it was a game of like what you said, margins.
Yeah.
Obviously, like it's been a little bit of a drama, red cards.
Yeah.
Crazy corner kicks. Like there was very, you missed a penalty as well.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't separate these two teams.
Yeah, it's tough and it's a good battle. So, fourth time coming together. Next week will be our fifth time playing against each other. And we're confident. Even today, we're confident going into the game. Unfortunately, the results just didn't go our way. Penalty could have made it 2-2, and then last 10 minutes we could have had, 11 against 10. Could have been a different game, and then we could have, used that momentum, taking it to the second leg. But it's unfortunate. We're confident in the second leg. Let's see what Manchester's on in London when we see them this Sunday, inshallah.
Looking forward to the next game now, yeah?
We're looking forward to it. Very confident, and we're looking for the win. We're looking to go all the way, inshallah, and we'll see.
Thanks very much, coach. Good luck for the next game.
Thank you.
Thank you. Adnan, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
It's been a tough game today.
Yeah.
How did you find the game?
Wallahi, I found the game, it was a tough game. We came here looking to win. However, we didn't win, but we take it back to London with a good scoreline. I feel like we can come back from this, inshallah.
You were number 11, you're playing up front.
Yeah.
You see, you were a problem today. There was so many chances that coming on top of the defenders.
Yeah.
Every time that comes, I thought you were in.
I mean, I tried, I got given the role of, just trying to put the defenders under pressure, work my socks off, try to create some chances. Not much came, but whenever something did come, I just tried to make the most of it. It was up against a good defence as well, so fair play to the Manchester defence.
It looks like another tough game against Manchester. I mean, the last time you guys were here was 4-4. It looks like it was about to head that way when you guys got a penalty. It looks like it's going to be 2-2 again. What was your thoughts then?
Wallahi, Allahu A'lam, penalties is part of football, Unfortunately, we didn't score this time, but next time, inshallah, if we get one, I'm sure we'll put it away. And going back to London, we're positive, we're confident, we're always confident. We came here today with a mentality of winning. That wasn't the case, but take it back to London, inshallah.
Inshallah, and then good to see you again. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next game.
Inshallah, assalamu alaikum.
Good luck for the next game. Ahmed and Mohammed, yes? How are you guys doing?
Alhamdulillah, considering a lot of fireworks today in terms of the game against OIR. Lots of antics, lots of handbags, but again, all done with love and respect. In terms of result, I think we take a 2-1 lead into the second leg. We'll be going away to London next week, so we should be happy with the result that we did get the win. But in terms of ourselves, the standards we've set ourselves, I think we could have done a lot better. Again, I think a little bit similar to a previous game in the competition when we played Birmingham. Lack of preparation, the boys are not on it in terms of the basics. That will affect you, that will cost you, and sadly I think that's what kind of cost us today, probably winning with a higher margin in terms of goals. But in terms of chances, I think there was plenty of chances throughout the match. Some good football on display, some good saves. I think even Abalai made a save in terms of the penalty that we gave. He had everything. He had goals, he had penalty save, he had red card, he had a lot of antics on the sideline. But alhamdulillah, the beautiful thing is, as you can see, we're in the Marhaba restaurant. The brothers from OIR just left. Irrelevant of what happens on the field, I know they want to win, I know we want to win, but we do it with love and care, and we're Muslim brothers, we're Somali brothers, and it's a bigger message what we need to send out in terms of the competition. We can go to battle, but real men can have a feast together and talk to each other, and I think we did that. Lots of laughter, lots of kissing and hugging. I apologise from my half in terms of some of the antics on the sideline. I'm just a passionate guy who just wants to win, and will always fight for his team and his city. And if you're on my team, I'll fight for you the same. But if you're against me, I'm a lion. I will come for you. But inshallah, happy with the way how today went. A few things to work on internally, in-house, discipline. A few things were said inside the change rooms. A few things were said on the sidelines, which is not professional in terms of the players, in terms of management. I think we aired out what we needed to in the change rooms, and I think beware the rest of the competition. I think now we've done what we needed to, and we've said what we needed to say to each other. I think the big boys will turn up now, inshallah, hopefully.
So I'm guessing you guys are ready for the next week, second part then, yeah?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, obviously, the penultimate game before the big final. It is a big game coming down to London. I think there's a lot of history going down there. The last time we went down to London as well, a lot of rivalry between both teams in terms of obviously previous events. But like I say, we've got to put a hand in the first leg. So now we just need to kind of seal it and finish it off and get the job done. And hopefully, this amazing coach can make back-to-back history by, getting back-to-back finals in the Somali Champions League.
So yeah, that was the coaches, Ahmed Yassin, Adnan, and their coach. And obviously, that's what they got to say about after the game. Now we're going to move into the second game, and we're starting with the road trip on the way to London.
Game day today. We're late as usual. Fashionably late, they call it. So we've got about an hour to go, and we've got DJ Mo in the back.
Yeah.
So
late as usual. We Somalis, we're good like that.
Nah, man, come on, this is not an excuse. It's a bit of final. We're 1-0 up, so it is what it is. As long as we get there, do you know what I mean? That's the main thing right now. So, Mo, what do you think? What's your prediction today? We're 2-1 up.
I think we should win. As long as we bring our game, we're already 2-1 up. Second leg to come. Hopefully, the boys should be able to get through that line. And here we come, the finals. What do you think, Abu Bakr?
Abu Bakr is a player. Go on, Abu Bakr. What are you thinking?
Manchester Powerhouse losing. Never heard of it.
Coach, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Game 2.
Game 2.
Beautiful weather.
Lovely weather. Well, a great day to play football.
You guys are ready for us, yeah?
Definitely ready, man. It's been a back and forth challenge with us and against you guys. It's been a tough few games, but wallahi, this is our home now. We're looking forward to it, inshallah.
You even got the lights on. I don't think you need that.
Yeah, we don't. Well, it's just in case. We don't know. It could go to extra time, but we hopefully not.
So what's your prediction for the day?
Prediction, thinking, I would say a win. That's all that matters for us. A win, and we go through to the final. I'm not going to do prediction on the scoreline, but I'm confident we'll get a win, inshallah.
Good luck for the game, Chef.
Thank you very much.
Somali FC League. How's it going?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. We're here. Semi-final.
Yep.
Somali British Champions League.
Yeah.
OIR North London in the building.
Yeah.
Against the reigning, defending, undisputed champions.
Yeah.
Powerhouse, Manny in the building.
How you see the game today?
Wallahi, it's 2-1 first leg, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
Manchester won 2-1 at home. Obviously now you're at OIR's home. So 1-0 is not a big difference. So whoever wants it more. But Manchester are definitely our favourites.
Oh.
Yeah, Manchester are definitely favourites. But whoever wants some more wins is a one game.
So how you see the game today?
Any prediction? I want OIR to win. That's what I want.
Come and join us. Come and join us.
Man. How are you? Good, alhamdulillah, man.
And I wish you all the best, my bro.
Yeah.
My brother went through a crucial injury, wallahi, and survived, and he's a lion, wallahi, mashallah.
So guys, get together. So how are we seeing this game anyway? He's obviously representing the London team, OIR.
Of course.
Obviously.
We're going to do what we do best, innit?
Yeah.
You know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
What's the prediction? Give me some numbers.
I say 3-1.
3-1.
I'm happy with that.
Inshallah.
How about yourself?
Me, I want OIR to win. But
Why though? Why?
Because you can't win back to back. It's a joke.
Halkan baa ku xanuunaya.
I don't come final last year.
Am I gonna get some numbers from you?
No, I don't know. I don't know, but
All right.
get me. But I want OIR to win. Yeah.
All right. We'll see how it goes.
I am my brother.
All right.
Sorry.
That was all the coaches before the game. Now we're going to look into the game and hopefully we can analyse the game as we watch it, discuss all the goals. Obviously, Ahmed Yassin can give his opinion. And let's start with how did you see the game? Obviously, we were running late again, as usual.
I'm just going to jump in. This is starting to become like a recurring theme, whether we're home, away, local, national, or what is this? Like, obviously, right now I'm speaking as a neutral. I'm not, Powerhouse representative.
Don't lie, you're not neutral. So
No. I'm genuinely going to speak as a neutral right now because the last 3 games, obviously, I've been out of the country. Like, what is this whole lateness thing? Preparation, discipline, like what's going on? Just give me and others a little bit of an insight as to what's happening. I know we briefly touched on it with the whole Birmingham debacle and whatnot, but what happened? What's causing lateness? Are people waking up late? Are cars not fueled up? Like what's going on? Because I generally don't know.
I can only try and answer for in terms of the second leg. In terms most of the players, transport wise, they were going to make their own way. There's a small group of players and maybe a few spectators that might need a lift. So we're going to take them in the local minibus that we have for our, charity or partner organization. Unfortunately, through the beginning of this season, we lost the minibus that we did have for unforeseen circumstances. But alhamdulillah, we purchased a minibus recently again, and we thought that would at least help with transport. Sadly, there were some issues with the minibus earlier in the day to travel. So we had to, have alternative means of travel, which doesn't help. Again, when you explain it, it's probably understandable, but it seems like it's with us all the time in terms of these situations. I think from top to bottom, from all the way from myself to the players, we need to improve, and there needs to be some drastic changes in terms of even some relationships. But I'll take accountability and responsibility. Same way if we win, I'll take the plaudits. Same way if we are losing or if we're ill-disciplined, I'll take the accountability as coach, as manager, as the head of the table, I just expect the same from every player after me, to take accountability and responsibility for their bit. It takes a village to raise a kid, they say. So
definitely.
But in terms of second leg, everyone was out. As Esed said, Somali athlete, our boy, waiting for content gold. In terms of London representatives, the Wembley Rangers, some of the players were there. I've seen some of the Somaliland coaches that have started a new team. So there were good vibes, good energy in terms of what this competition is about. It's not just a football element, but in terms of the relationships that have been building behind the scenes, the connection of different cities. I think that is what us, in terms of managers and community leaders, aspire towards and aim towards. Football being the tool that we use to kind of engage with all these youth. But again, coming to the competitive side and being on the front line in the trenches, we knew we were in for a long day. It looked like OIR were ready. They had all their players. I heard even players were flying back from Dubai because of my
MVP. He had a great game. He had a great game.
Great game, bro. Listen.
He's got a hat trick, so
you gotta give credit where credit is due.
100%.
If you take advantage of a wounded lion, which he did do, credit to you. But let's just take congratulations to OIR.
Let's break it down. let's break it down the game, and obviously we'll start with the reason why you're asking Ahmed. We don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, there could have been a lot more could be done. Obviously, the players could organize themselves. They should have a plan B if things don't work out. A lot of cars went. I'm sure there was a lot of spaces in a lot of cars that actually travelled and actually did not discuss anyone if anyone needed help or anything like that. So that's my opinion. Obviously, Ahmed wants to take responsibility for everything, which is obviously he's the coach and he's going to do that. But to me, I think there should be loads of captains. They should be organising themselves. Like, just in case things don't work out, everybody should be talking. Who can I take? You know what I mean? Like, I've got a free car. I could take 2 players. I mean, this could have been sorted out. I just honestly think that it's a lot of laziness going on within the players, and they should be organising themselves. Ahmed Yassin cannot do everything for them. Do you know what I mean? The last time when I was in the changing room, the first games, I don't want to go back in there. One player asked him where the ball was at. Where's he a water boy now? You know, what kind of joke is this? But anyway, I'm gonna rant.
I said it's on one today.
Let's move on to the game, and hopefully let's just start from obviously let's see the you got the footage there, Ahmed.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll do a quick screen share.
Yeah, if you can start looking at the first goal, then obviously we go from there, and obviously we're gonna analyze the game and go from there.
So if I just kind of scrub until I see 1-0, you can see about there. I'm gonna press play. So I have muted it. So if I just go
yeah,
because we're not gonna listen to the audio or anything.
No, we don't need that. We don't want to. All we're gonna hear is Ahmed Yassin going crazy.
All right, cool.
I was trying to match the energy and the crowd, you know.
So if you look at here now, obviously,
I'm gonna just slow it down a little bit. So their defender has the ball, but feel free to jump in and have your say as it's playing.
I think in terms of they had a set piece and we kind of cleared it. Our players were all over the place. We've got our centre midfielders pressing out. They even got the middle. They've played the ball out wide to their winger. You know, he was kind of, Munye should probably do better to stop that cross coming in. It's kind of got Abelai's over his head. Abbas should be getting out to that, you know, winger to stop him passing that ball inside the box. It's criminal, you know. No player should be controlling the box or passing it back inside the box, and then a player's got free time inside the 6-yard box. It's just defensively, it was all disjointed, but then it stems from the.
I feel like just to kind of cut you right there. The second I'm seeing that ball go over the keeper, I am running out of. That's just me as a fullback, but yeah.
Yeah, like I think, like look,
there's a lot of passengers in that game.
You need to
in that little play that we watched there. There's so many errors.
And Abelai at that point was just getting back up from the jump. To be fair, great goal. I can't really.
I think he got a hand on it. Abelai did get a hand on it, but
he did, yeah.
It kind of went through the side netting.
I thought he saved it.
Why they celebrating?
Yeah. I think this was like within the first 5 minutes, so you knew what time and day it was going to be because OIR were up for it. Their tails were up. It's 2 on aggregate now. You know, they've cancelled out whatever scoreline it was.
Yeah,
a
clean slate.
Yeah, but I think you can't expect that. Like, obviously, the energy they had, obviously, they were going to be up. So you should obviously, even if 1-0 down, I think you should stay calm and trying to stay in the game and trying to just play their football.
I think we did okay though. Up to that point, still though, we were still in the game. In terms of we did weather the storm. In terms of that first 5 minutes, they tried to do a siege mentality on us. They did create some chances. We actually created some chances ourselves. Maybe side on the counter. I think this is what was the whole first leg and second leg. Was the moments when we did have our chances. We need to be a lot more clinical and ruthless and decision making. You know, players are taking shots when they could be laying it off and making it easier. Like if you look at that first goal, their teammate played it back inside the 6-yard box. Which was,
Ahmed, if you rewind that slowly.
Yeah. I'm going to do that for you guys again.
Because I had a chat with the referee at half time.
Yeah,
and he said basically he notched him out of the way.
Or is this the penalty?
Yeah. If you look at that, look.
If you look at the ball where it is,
Yeah.
And where the keeper is. You're telling me that player is going to get that ball there?
No. Of course, I said to him, the ball's not in play. The players coming together. Watch that. They're side by side, shoulder to shoulder.
I think if you've played the game and you're a defender, all you've done is just hold your ground. He's just run into. He's kind of just run into him. And now, as a manager, as a defender, you'd be like, that's what you're meant to do. Now, I think that was soft. I don't want to go as far as cheating.
Nah, too soft.
It's soft, like if you're going to give those for penalties, then there's going to be at least 9-8 penalties throughout the match. Maybe contact like that. But it set the tone where it kind of left us with a sour taste in our mouth.
Ahmed, before you go past that, if you look at the defender himself, obviously when he fell down.
You mean the attacker?
Yeah, then number 8. Obviously, he went down. Obviously, it was him that obviously he didn't see that as an issue.
He just got up. He just got up and like if I play in normal speed,
none of their players shot for a penalty. No one did. Like it looked like
just a little nudge. Keeper grabbed it. Everyone's playing.
Everybody's walked away.
And then the ref is like
the ref came out of nowhere with that. No one asked for
it. The funny thing is as well. All that is kicked. I'm actually telling Ishi, just watch your left shoulder. Like beware of the player. So I'm even watching the play because I know that's the area they want to play the ball in, but the ball was overhit, and Ishi just kind of guarded the ball to be ushered towards the direction towards the keeper.
Yeah.
Now,
it was a strange decision. I mean, it was not needed for it.
I think it disheartened the whole team. Even myself.
They put their head down.
I got disheartened because this is the same referee that we had last year when we played OIR. Where it finished 2-2, and a lot of people don't know that our left back Abbas Mounier broke his cheekbone in the first 10 minutes in that game. Now we had to take him to the hospital. We didn't leave London till 7:30 in the morning. People don't really know the journey we went through last season, but again, this referee was poor on that day in terms of not protecting the players. So it's sad that the OIR could have maybe had someone else, an alternative referee. I know every time that they've come and played us, we've always changed the referee, made sure it's Somali. Sometimes I get it for unforeseen circumstances. Maybe you might not have any referees available, which is the case. But a game of this magnitude, a semi-final, where
there's a lot at stake.
Yeah, a lot's on the stake, and you're going to give a penalty, especially when at that time it's 2-2 on aggregate. I think our boys, a lot of their heads went down after this. I think it wasn't the same after that in terms of, I think this is where the start of the end for us in terms of mentality and fight, spirit, lack of heart. I don't know what you want to call it. I was still trying to fight and kick everything on the sideline, but the boys' heads went down after this, and it didn't help with the refereeing decision. And I think he was inconsistent throughout the match.
Very inconsistent.
Yeah, there was further decisions where he could have given us a penalty. There was times where we scored a goal and he was.
I mean, I'm going to go into it in like chronological order. So the next thing that I personally, or that stood out for me, was this particular play. So I'm going to just press play. So we've got the ball around the halfway line, and then we have a pass through the channel. I'm going to play at normal speed, nothing crazy. Now, ref said handball. Initial thoughts?
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Like it was soft. I'm not saying it's a blatant foul. Soft decision. Obviously, if the defender didn't obviously challenge him, he could have took a shot.
Yeah. Why did he fall? You know what I mean?
So the thing is, if you're gonna give penalty for what he done before, even though the ball was not even in play, the keeper had the ball already. The ball is in the air. You see where it is.
But if you look, why would very quick?
Yeah. So
he gets ahead of the defender? He's not played the ball.
Look at his foot.
He's not played the ball.
Look at his foot.
His body out crossing.
Right.
And
look at his
momentum. His momentum's gone into him. Same as like the penalty you've given. Why are you not giving that one? I beg.
That's the same player who got the penalty for almost nothing.
For me, this is more of a penalty than the first one.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
if I'm just reffing a game normally, I probably wouldn't give either.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm just reffing normal game, I'm just not giving either. The first one is very soft. This one, questionable. Like, you know, the player has the ball, he gets his foot across, does the right thing, there's contact, he falls. Yes, the ball's probably going out of play. But yeah, man, this is when I thought, this for me, when I was watching it, I was like, yep.
You know what day it is?
Yeah.
I think you should have been more consistent. I think you should give that one as well.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give stuff like that, you should give it.
I think we've all played the game, and we've been on the wrong end of injustices in sports. You know, in terms of when you feel that the referee or the officiating is being biased, or at least coming across in terms of 50-50 decisions, it's weighing more towards one side. Now, I'm not saying the referee is deliberately trying to cheat, but there is relationships. There are
100%.
You know, if he's from the city and he knows,
there's going to be conscious bias, isn't it?
Yeah, conscious bias.
Yeah, it will be.
I think that's what it was in terms of this referee. I think he knows some of their lads. He knows some of the team members.
And he knows what happened last year because he was there.
And he was there last year. He even came to me. Before we even started, he remembers me because I was always on his case. And he said to me, don't get on my case, you know? And I was like, he's trying to set the tone straight away. If you muzzle the manager up, then maybe I can get away with whatever. I was holding him accountable throughout the game, but I just sounded like an angry, lost manager on the sideline, you know? But again, I think it all comes from our players not, you know, matching that energy from the first leg. Again, second leg, they did kind of, in terms of that siege mentality that OIR came with, they did defend it, they did kind of battle through that and kind of come through it and start playing some football. But I think after the penalty decision, it disheartened our boys. Their heads went down. There was no leaders. There was no one who was stepping up. There was no one who was asking for the ball, who was demanding it. Yeah. Again, we didn't look like champions. We were acting sorry for ourselves. We were thinking that someone else is going to help us and bail us out. I think this is where you need to take accountability and responsibility and start, you know, as players, think, what could I have done better? And again, it's even from the first leg. And I don't want to just blame the players that were playing on the day. I think personally, what doesn't help is the more experienced players, the quality players that normally would be there for the home games or there for the big games, be there for the away games, be there for your teammates, the younger players when they need you in tough cauldrons, the San Siros, you know. You need to be there to help and support. And I think that's what we lacked in this particular match. We lacked strong leaders to kind of bring us through. Last year we had the likes of Ahmed Ali, which is sorely missed this season.
Let's concentrate on the third goal.
So I'm gonna just play the next one, and I'll play it in normal speed. Again, big massive shout out to YYMedia production. He's on 957 subscribers. If you're watching this, just get off our channel for a second, go to YYMedia, subscribe to his channel, and then come back to this one. And if you're not subscribed to this one, make sure you do that as well. Anywho, enough of the plugins. So we've got the ball in our half, right back. Nice, probably ball again. Before I even play the third goal, just another recurring, I won't say theme, but something that I know is happening quite a lot. Because when you're watching it, it's different to when you're playing it. A lot of misplaced passes, through balls, crosses that I've noticed. But let me just play this anyways, and then you guys can maybe touch on that later. So the difference between our pass and their pass is this. Their pass, you know, 100% completion. Then the ball comes out. Again, number 8, the dark arts, as he said.
Do you know what? Yeah, we had
wait.
I know, because I was hearing it in the commentary.
The management is. I'm trying to say, listen, that's an absolute soft free kick. He's playing for it, like the way he's throwing himself. He's doing a little somersault.
Yeah.
I was ready to give him an Olympic
Wait,
score,
Ahmed, if you
you
could
know?
slow that down, please. Can we find a connection?
Look at the little spin.
Yeah.
Like, what's
Can we
with the
find a
ballerina turn?
connection?
Are you
in
telling
there?
me the challenge warranted a ballerina turn? That's why I was on the sideline having
Because,
a
like,
saying, yo, he's cheating. You know, like
he
he's
could actually-
playing for it. If that's the way you want to win.
He could have carried on.
He could actually. Well, he turned him what? He had enough
Great
time to
touch.
take a shot. He didn't need to. He didn't need to do that.
And you can even see like Hassan's reaction, like get up. So
Like,
it's
well,
like,
don't get me wrong. Like, for me, I get it if you're trying to win a penalty or something, but
different, yeah.
It's the first leg, second leg. This player in particular,
no.
He's a good player as well. Wallahi, mashallah.
No,
Great player.
One of their best players.
He was.
But if you want to be one of the best players, you don't need to be diving and throwing yourself and trying to win a match in a certain way. Me personally, that's not how I like to win, and that's what I was trying to get across to the management team. And I was trying to say there needs to be a bit of honour and a bit of pride in terms of how you want to win it.
If you go back to that footage again, sorry, Ahmed.
Yeah.
What? Let it play. Do you notice anything in this game now? Let play on. Play it.
Play normally.
Okay, yeah, just like that's it. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know where you're going with this.
Do you notice anything?
Players.
Yeah, one person talking.
Just one. And for me, that was the only leader on the pitch on the day. But that's my personal opinion.
Have you seen every time one of their players get fouled?
Oh yeah. It's a movie, bro.
No one's talking.
Look right now. Ref 1, 2, 3. There's already 3 near the ref. Maybe that's by chance.
All with their heads down. No one's saying anything.
And they're all asking for yellow cards as well. You know.
They don't say anything. Look, still, no one's saying anything. Look, they're walking around.
I think that also our players were inexperienced, so I don't know what you want to call it, but Hassan did it initially, was asking for things, but then I think he even stopped asking because you become disheartened by
just the way it's panning out. Yeah,
your teammates are not coming to ask and demand, and you can see OIR all 11 players in one decision. We're running it to the referee surrounding him.
But the thing is that ref should have been challenged for that decision he just made there. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes, even if it's right, you still need to let your voice heard. Like you need to challenge everything because they were challenging absolutely everything.
You know what? I was arguing with so everyone that I wasn't even paying attention with this free kick. This was an absolute beautiful free kick, though.
Yeah, but
this for me was the goal of the match.
I'm a fan of football. As much as I support Manchester, I'm a fan of great football, and I'm thinking Abala in there. And for this kid to score, but I think he's a free kick specialist because the way he took it, it was like they were expecting him to put it into the top bins. Yeah. And I think the way he ran off, it's something that he does regularly.
Yeah.
Again, listen, I had an issue with the winning of the free kick. I don't have an issue with the execution of it in terms of the credit.
Wait, Ahmed, before you play this,
go on.
The wall. There could be more.
Why no. I think the wall is fine. To be fair, yes, maybe you could have had one more man in there because it's closer.
That would be fine because it's in the right of the.
No one was talking though. Yeah. Like in terms of now.
But Abalai was happy with it.
I'm distracted. Probably with management and trying to ask the linesman why is that being given.
That should have been five on the wall.
There should
because it's right in the middle of the game. Don't forget, it's right in the middle of the pitch. There should be at least 5 of them because the keeper is not going to be that side or that side. The keeper is right in the middle.
Keeper should have shifted a little bit to his left.
If it's got 3 guys,
or right.
It should be at least 5 men on the wall.
I would say 4 minimum. 3 is a stretch.
I think from the distance there should have been 4 players.
You need your players to deal with.
The keeper as well could be better, but again. Let's not take anything away from the strike. You know, these are areas that we could have done better, but that's for our panels to improve on. But for them, listen, they got the free kick, a bit of dark arts, and here's the dark arts.
This was probably. I love this goal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But did he even go over? Did he go over the wall?
No, it kind of went across the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, over KH a little bit. The wall did kind of like turn its back and stuff.
Yeah, I think that,
but I don't think the wall would have done anything, to be fair, because the free kick was so good. Yeah, maybe KH if he just stayed still and just
jump up there, jump up instead of coming forward, just jump up.
Yeah, if he just jumped up there.
Yeah, if he would have jumped up and stay where he was, as in
you know
in
what?
the wall.
If you put defenders in that wall,
where
to me it looks a few attackers that are in the wall, which they're always going to turn their backs, which they did. Defenders that are in a wall, they're going to be an actual wall where it hits you in your face,
right on your nose. Yeah,
your nose. I think
this is funny as hell. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be mocking like the team and stuff, but why is everyone jumping and turning at the same time? Like jump up with
it's
at
a
least,
wall. You're supposed to stay still.
You know, hand over your head if you want to, because you're out of the box anyways. But yeah.
Nah, you're trying to get them to do the Pogba one.
I mean, they're out of the box, aren't they? Oh no, they're in the box. Fair enough. Definitely don't do that.
Yeah, that shit inside the box. Yeah, that was a bad one, but that free kick was beautiful.
Beautiful. And then that made it 3-0.
Yeah, that was one of the goals that I had no issue in terms of the finish, but it's the way that they won the free kick I had an issue with. So again,
it's the same player. He dived in a penalty. he got them a free kick game, but it's like.
Do you think? What was I going to say? That free kick needed to happen as well. That challenge, the way the challenge happened, because that's another thing for me as well. But then you're giving the keeper something to do there. So, like the ball comes out from this play, and I'm thinking, okay, cool. People are trying to ricochet it there. Surely a little bit of. Again, I'm not a professional footballer or anything. I'm not going to claim to be. Why would you dive into that? You know they're going to try and do a little chop here and there. Like, what is he going to gain by shooting from there? Do you know what I mean?
I think I did mention Ahmed Wallahi. I said this in the first leg. I said it in the second leg. I said it in every talk. Stop giving away silly free kicks. Like, they're looking for it. Just jockey. Don't get lazy. It's criminal. Like, you know, as a defender.
Yeah.
You give a way out to players when you put your foot.
By the way, can you see the play as I'm doing this right now?
Yeah.
Can you see? Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Just
so let's move into next goal was ours, isn't it?
No, I believe it was something else happened. I'm just gonna go here, and I'll just play this at normal speed.
No, this is the fourth. This is the most.
This is when I thought, what is this?
Yeah.
So we have the ball comfortably. You know, we've got it at the back there.
No pressure on the ball.
We won it back. I think it was Yasir who won it back. Gave it to Abbas. Abbas gave it back to Ishi. Ishi, you know, playing through the lines. Now,
sorry to cut you off. From me, Hassan showed himself there. And if that ball comes to Hassan simply turns, and then he just simply comes in this direction. Comes into the middle.
But that was the game of the afternoon. It's wrong decision after wrong decision. It's just been very consistent. Even now, he got the ball. Look, watch this. If you slow it down, he got the ball, and then he basically passed to the striker. But then watch what our two centre backs do. You know, the obviously it was the guy who was
Ishi on the left side, and
what Ishi does, he's complaining. Can you see it?
No. To be honest, I think he's far away from it. I'm not trying to defend him.
No,
yes, he should definitely be running back and chasing it regardless.
Forget that it's happened. So he should be running back.
I think he's so in shock.
And then you are number 4. Watch our number 4.
No, I'll be honest with you. They both can't do anything about the game.
He looked like he kind of.
I think the situation. I think the situation was when Hassan went out and Ishi didn't play it to him. Then Ishi played it to Yasir. Yasir is thinking Hassan's still in that same spot. Is exactly where Hassan was that he played the ball into, but he didn't look to see Hassan. And Hassan's very smart with his movements that he kind of like takes plays away and then comes back to the space. But I think he went away from that space. Yasir just played a blind pass into the space. And I think that's what it was like. Our passing in the final third, our passing in general and throughout the whole day was just careless. We were just giving passes Literally, we're giving through balls to their strikers to score.
Yeah.
Like we are literally saying, we're not happy. We're not happy for us to score. We're gonna give you the passes and the free balls. I don't know what else.
In terms of obviously we had to make like forced formation changes. Jabs did come off in the first half. At what minute did Jabs come off?
I think it did change. The game did change in terms of the back four. He was another recognised centre back. We were already slim in terms of our back four. We're missing a lot of key. Even some of the youngsters that have been registered on for this season, they were not available for whatever reasons. But having and losing a player of Jab's quality, and not just his quality, but he was always on the front foot. And I think in terms of AB, he's a little bit more calmer, cooler. You need someone like Jabs around him. He needs another leader like Ahmed Ali around him. I feel like he probably lost his head once Jabs went off.
I think I was having this conversation with Abdul Wahab, because obviously when you have, again, that whole comparison of Rio and Vidic, you can't have two Rios in defense. And I felt like when Jabs went off, we all of a sudden kind of had like two Rios, like two super calm, composed centre backs. There wasn't that one. You know what I mean?
And I think when you're playing an away match,
you need that
in territory that we were in, and you're in the trenches. You need to roll up your sleeves, and realize it's going to be a long day, and you're going to need some soldiers on that day. I don't think we brought the right soldiers with us on the day to be ready for the battle that was ahead. Listen, but it's part of football. It's you win and you learn. So hopefully it's a learning experience for a few of the younger players.
Definitely, man. I'm moving on from this one, unless you got something else to add to this.
No. Let's keep moving.
So that made it 3 or 4. That made it 4. Sorry, and then
we made it 4. And don't forget, it's 4-2 now. We're not that far behind.
We're not. Like it's.
And this is where some of the players, their head was gone already by then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They only have 2 goals to catch up to, and which is not a lot. We've still got another half to go.
Yeah.
And you can see that they're just walking around with their heads down. And you're just thinking, what are you doing? Like, you're 2-0 down.
Yeah. So I'm going to play this in slow motion, at slow speed instead of playing it at normal speed. So before this even happened, I believe there was an attack where we lost the ball somewhere, or they had the ball. But yeah, I'm going to keep playing that. Mosa attempting to win the ball. It goes back to them. And then there's that ball that's going across.
Playing on his normal speed, so it's getting to look blurry.
Okay.
They're clean through on goal.
Oh, he's through now.
He's through. Ishi kind of gets in front, which good recovery. Ishi's out wide. Then you got AB out wide going the same position.
Yeah, 2 centre backs on the right side.
Drop into like a midfield defensive position. His body's even in a wrong position. He's not even open to see where the opposition player is. You should be able to see the ball and the player. You know? And he never went over his shoulder, which it was self-inflicted again.
So my thing here is, I heard someone shout offside. I tried my very best to analyze this, but it just wasn't really happening in terms of the lines and stuff. I think it was really tight. It could have been given. So the pass was there. So if you can see Ishi trying to step out, and you can see their attacker.
And me personally, I shouted offside on the day.
And my thing is, why isn't another 11 players shouting offside?
This is what I said.
That's my thing.
Ishi, who's running towards Adnan right now, is the last man. And,
he's the last man, 100%.
Yeah, him and Silva both came back outside of the box. You know, they're coming outside.
Yeah.
Ishi sprints that last second. So there's this. I think Silva was offside. Me personally, I don't think the linesman gave it, or the referee, and I don't think they shouted for it. But again,
great goal.
Yeah. No, listen, credit, good turn, good finish. You can only beat what's in front of you, you know, and I can't complain about that.
What was going through your head at this point? 4-0 away from home, 5-2 on aggregate. or 6. No, yeah, 5-2.
You know, at this point,
it's only 3 goals.
At this point and at this stage, I've even said to the boys, I believe we can still come back. I believe even with the personnel and players we do have, irrelevant of what's happened so far and what they haven't done or what they should have been doing, they've got an opportunity and a chance to rectify it, and they can do it with a bit of character, you know. This is when you really realize who are going to be the men and want to step up, and who are going to cower away. And I think, unfortunately, with the latter of the two, people shrunk when the situation. But there were some players that stepped up because we did change formation, and we just thought, you know what, let's go for it now. We've got nothing to lose. We're 3 goals down on aggregate. Let's throw the kitchen sink at it as well if we have to. But again, when you've not got your top goal scorer of the Sbcl, when you've not got your captain, when you've not got the poster boy of last season, Omar, when you're missing the likes of the Ahmed Ali's, and even throughout, we had a 30-man squad. There are players that were not available in the group stages, and now they want to be available in the knockout stages. When the rules say they're not available, you know, there's no point trying to come and help us when you know technically you can't help us. So it's sad. It was sad to see, but it was at that moment, at that time.
Yeah.
For everyone else watching, I could only apologize to the fans, to the spectators, to the city as a whole. Because we were representing Manchester, and I think the boys that were on the field at the time were not matching what everyone else wanted from them. I did tell him, I did explain what the game plan would be moving forward. Let's try and at least with a bit of dignity and a little bit of respect. And they tried.
No, definitely, man. I don't think there was anyone on the pitch that wasn't trying. It was more of a mentality, mindset kind of thing. That was the difference.
Yeah, definitely.
If I just go on to this next goal, unless you want to add something.
No.
Cool. So this is the play. Abalai got the ball down to Fataya. Again, that pass from Fataya for me was kind of a hospital pass. But even though that's happening, like why did it lead to this is my question.
So if you go back to it a little bit.
Again, I'll go back another 10 seconds.
So
that you see the play.
With Fataya now, like he's taking the ball on the wrong side, because now he doesn't even know where the defender is, he doesn't know where his teammates are, and now he's lifting his head up to make the pass. When if he would have opened,
are you referring to when he's looking away?
Yeah,
like he's looking away. Now he's looking.
Yeah.
And
he would have.
And he has to make a decision. Well, he doesn't really have to make the decision. Sometimes you can just hold the ball for like 2-3 seconds.
There, you don't even make that pass personally, but it's too soft of a pass, and it's not towards his other foot, his preferred foot, his right foot, away from the defender. It's close to the defender, you know, on his left foot. So it's a bad pass. Defender kind of intercepts it, but he kind of intercepts it, but kind of puts a half good ball into the danger. I think AB's allowed a bounce, and you know, as a defender, once you allow a ball to bounce, you don't know what's around you. I don't think he's aware that the ball would travel out all the way to that space.
Do you think AB is expecting the keeper there or something?
I think AB at this time his head is gone, and I think he's half-hearted. You need to sprint. I'd be sprinting towards.
You should stun him there.
And then it's half-hearted attempt, and you know what I mean? It's becoming half-hearted.
But it looks like he wanted it more. Do you know what I mean? Like,
their attacker, 100%, 100%. The attacker wanted it more.
Like, the pass was wrong, the position was wrong, the defender was wrong. The keeper should be shouting, saying there's a guy. You should be telling him where the guy is.
Just shout man on. Like
nobody's speaking. All you can hear is Ahmed Yassin speaking from the sideline. There is no captains on.
Listen, you look back to that clip and look to the sideline. You got Jab sideline. You got Munye on the sideline. You got Omar who's on the sideline. You got 3 leaders that should be leaders on that pitch that are not even on the pitch, and that's the new generation. You know what I mean? So this is what they need to kind of like take accountability for themselves. I get it. Jab's got injured. But again, it's the way you're playing. It's the style of play you're playing. Don't put yourself in situations and battles that you don't even need to be in. You know, again, he got himself injured. Munye, too much energy exerted, wasted. You're picking up cramps. Let's work on our fitnesses. Let's improve on that. I shouldn't have to tell you this. You're grown men. You know what I mean? Omar, you shouldn't be giving it, getting a second yellow card in an important stage of the competition. I shouldn't have to be telling any of these boys at this stage. I've been around them since they were 8, 9, 10. Do you know what I mean? I believe the basics and the foundation should have been implemented. But one thing that has been lost, I think, is that lack of respect for each other, that communication amongst each other, and making sure that everyone else is playing to a certain philosophy, a certain style, but also a certain character. You know, I know players in our time that if you pick up an injury, you could be bleeding and you've got a cut and you're still wanting to fight for the cause and fight for the team.
Do a Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, I seen like players bailing out. You know, I don't. Yeah.
If you want to go into 68th minute, like if you have a look at it quickly.
Okay, so before I discuss this, let me go to what you've just said, 68th minute, because I know you're tracking something else. Where are we?
You're in the 70th.
Yeah, no, it hasn't updated yet. Oh yeah, it has. Okay, 68. Why isn't the time? Oh, does he freeze the time during? Okay, cool. During the water breaks. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a free kick there. I think you're referring to this challenge, maybe.
Yeah, just go back a little bit.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just play it in normal speed.
Yeah, if you look at that.
Yeah, this was dirty.
That was a leg breaker. That.
This is studs flying in. He's gone off the ground. Like if Abdurrashid would have planted his foot down, that's a leg breaker. Like honestly.
And that happened right in front of the referee.
And he doesn't.
What referee?
He didn't even give a card. He didn't even warn him. He didn't even tell him, "Come here, listen." Like this was shocking.
Look at that! Look at that!
Like he's jumping off the ground.
He actually caught him as well.
Abdurashid lifted his foot off the ground.
Look at that! It caught him.
Did he get the ball or did he get the man? I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I think he caught Abdurashid as well. Look at that.
But I'm really being.
But in the showing.
Yes, studs are high, but did he go ball then, man?
No, but he's off the floor too.
But he's out of control. You know the new
100%. Yeah, 100%. He's out of control.
If you're not in control of your body, then you're putting people in harm's way. These type of things are leg breakers. We had Barik beginning of the season, who played for us in last season's competition of the SBCL.
That's dangerous play.
He broke his leg like this. You know what I mean? And he's not even played the SBCL for us this year.
Yeah.
Things like this is referees should protect us. They have a duty of care.
It's not just us. Referees should protect everyone. Like
but I think that was the worst challenge of the game. Like I've not seen.
Yeah, I didn't even spot that like during the game. I just thought, okay, it was a strong challenge.
Again, at 5-0, do you really need to make that type of challenge?
But if you look at it, they challenged the referee in that decision.
Yeah, they challenged everything, bro.
Three of them challenged the referee on that decision that he actually gave it a foul. And guess who wanted to check? Guess who called for it? Abdurashid's on the floor. No one spoke to the referee. No one.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Now this next goal, not their goal. I'm referring to our next disallowed goal, which was offside.
Oh, don't get me started with this one. This one is the most complicated one.
This is not complicated though. It was simple. Like
no, it was the worst decision that he made. It was so blatantly stupid. It made no sense whatsoever. Because if you see the ref, the ball went in and net. He didn't give any foul. He didn't see anything. So what he did is nobody asked him to do anything. Because they put pressure on him, he ended up going to the referee. So this is the goal.
No. Is this a goal?
No, this is a goal.
He gave this.
It was a third goal.
They did complain about this though. They were complaining. Look, why is the referee going to the linesman
for what?
When he's already blown the whistle and given the goal? Now because a few of their players shouted, "Oh, ref, it's a handball. Now he's wanting to run to the linesman to ask him. I
don't know why I thought that wasn't given. I'm just
but then the linesman is like, I didn't see anything. It's like, what are you there for? What do you mean you didn't see anything? Like,
yeah, but if you seen that there was another goal exactly same. Obviously, there was a potential handball. We didn't know if he touched it or not.
I think it's the Yasir
and basically he did the same thing. The ball is going in the back of the net. It happened. That's the one. Watch this, yeah. The referee did not make any decision whatsoever. Look at this.
It goes in.
It goes in.
It could be 7-5.
Okay. I'm going to say something. Look how many hands are up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Whether it's handball or not, I personally couldn't tell. I still can't tell.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. That's not even important. Let's say
psychologically, that's going to have an effect on you.
Right.
5 people are shouting. Even their whole bench is shouting.
Look,
all of the players are going to the linesman. Now you might even see me pop my head start running towards the linesman as well, because I can't see any of our players fighting for or asking for anything.
Like, you see that, right?
Yeah.
All the players are pressuring the referee, right? And whether it's a penalty or whether it's a handball or not, he didn't give any decision, right?
Yeah.
He didn't give anything. So if he didn't give anything, that should have been a goal. But he went into the linesman. The linesman did not change his mind. He did not give him a different decision. He said that I didn't see anything. So if you didn't see anything and you have not seen anything wrong with it, what's the problem?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Let me see if the ball changes direction or anything. I'm just being picky here.
So we weren't sure if he touched it or not.
Yeah. On the day, you can't tell. I mean,
but it doesn't even matter anyway. The referee didn't see anything. Even if he touched it, he didn't see it. So if he didn't see it,
that is so difficult to tell. To be fair.
Why would you ask a linesman anything if you didn't see anything?
I think, me personally,
did he flag? He didn't flag.
For me, it looks like he put his hand up, but he never touched it, and he confused the keeper.
Yeah.
It's gone in, but he might have intended to put his hand up, but if he doesn't make contact.
But the rules.
I mean, I do that all the time. 5-a-side, 7-a-side. Yeah, you pretend to go for it, and then at the last ditch, just move your hand to throw the keeper off.
But let's say he touched it.
Yeah.
For the sake of the argument, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the other team will say that he touched it. It was a handball.
Yeah.
The ref didn't see it. The linesman did not flag.
The ref 100% didn't see it because he went to the linesman, and linesman said, "What? I wasn't there."
No. He didn't have to go to the linesman. That linesman did not flag anything.
No. But why does he not have to go to the linesman?
No, but the goal before that, before this one,
he went to the linesman.
The goal. Mosa scored.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't see anything wrong with it, but he went to the linesman again. The linesman did not flag, because if the linesman flags for, let's say, I got an opinion, and he flags up, he can go over there, right, and say, okay, cool, what did you see? Linesman didn't say anything, so why are you running over to the linesman for? Is it me, or that's the rules of the game? So if you didn't see anything, there's no flag up, why are you running to the referee? Every time they challenge him, he runs to the linesman. Did that twice.
Oh, so at this point it's 7-4 still again. I mean, it's towards the end of the game.
At this point it was too late, but damage was done.
Yeah, damage was done at 5-0, I'm gonna say, when that pass back and whatnot, or whatever it was. But is there any other aspects of the game that you guys want to touch on? Because time is ticking.
I think I mean, we touched that.
We touched on everything.
If you look at the players shouting, hassling the referee, none of our players did that on the day. That's it.
So,
it beaten after the penalty.
I think the first, the only penalty call, there could have been multiple, that kind of set the tone. The other penalty that wasn't given, that definitely kind of decided how the game was going to pan out in terms of the play, not the result. But the result, I personally think OIR, credits to them.
100%.
They did what they needed to do. They won. I kind of want to say fair and square, but the officiation was shizer. I don't want to swear on the platform. But yeah, man, that's something that maybe needs to get looked at. But they deserve to go to the finals for me personally. Yeah.
They are. They even if you take all the craziness out,
I think
the referee out of
it.
it, they were the better team on the day.
On that day,
they were better team. There was no going away from that. The ref obviously didn't help it because we didn't want to talk about the ref because they done the damage. They scored it. The man of the match obviously was their striker. Yeah. When obviously, some of the players were outstanding. I mean, for us, it's like they was very disjointed. Like obviously, the passing wasn't great. The game plan wasn't great. There was no.
Why do you think we leaked 6?
Without the errors, this game it wasn't that bad.
The game was tight. I mean, is it? I mean, the scoreline, if you look at it overall, last year and this year, 7-4 towards last year, 7-4 to them this year. So, but I'm just thinking, like, go on.
If you look at this year's aggregate 7-4. Now, take away that penalty.
6-4.
Take away the 2 errors of the pass backs that we've done.
We're all in hindsight now, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? Like the scoreline doesn't really reflect
on the game,
the games and how we battle.
Yeah.
I just think mentality and not having the right personnel for these types of games.
They took advantage of that.
If we listen, you know yourself, we're still unbeaten in Manchester. We have our strongest 11. Listen, player for player, man for man, machine for machine. For everyone every day.
Okay. Just to cut you off, is there going to be a playoff for 3rd spot by any chance?
You know what, Ahmed?
And if there isn't, can we create one when I get back?
Yeah, I realized. I said to myself,
I need that machine for machine stuff, bro.
Listen. We never ever wanted to go to the final. If Birmingham were never going to be in the final, we didn't want to be in the final. We won that final because, as I was saying to Esed earlier in the day, every time this year that we play, it seems like we are the final. Do you know what I mean? Every time they beat us, we've got a target on our backs. Now, I think the people who started that in terms of making, giving great publicity on social media, on the hype, you know, ready to meet us in the final, take over. It was their year. It was Birmingham. And I'm not going to lie, I felt motivated for them if we would have got to them in the final. I think when we found out last week that they weren't going to be playing the final, maybe we kind of took our foot off the gas as well. But let's give them another opportunity. You know, we're innovators. We like to bring everyone together. I don't think the Sbcl has ever done like a third place playoff. But I think it's about the occasion. Maybe it can be a battle of Britain, battle of the North and Midlands, outside of London. I think there are quality communities and quality cities that outside of London have quality. Again, congratulations to Wembley Rangers. Congratulations to OIR. They've made it to the final. They can only do what was ahead of. They can only do what was in front of them, which was win their matches, which they have done. But in terms of the Birmingham game, let's maybe work on something. I'm interested.
No,
let's have a look at what
go on.
Sorry. Let's have a look at what the manager's got to say after the game. I've got obviously the coach, and then I've also got Adnan, the player again that we interviewed in Manchester. Now we interviewed him again in London. Let's see what they got to say.
This is the second game. You did a job on the guys, yeah?
Big job, great performance by the boys. Through to the final, I guess.
It looked like it was one side of the game from what we were watching.
It was. I mean, the boys we had today. Wallahi, I was very confident from the get-go. You know, I mean, there's not more to say. Hopefully, we got a big final coming up, big day out for the boys. And inshallah, we'll bring it home.
Good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
You did a good job.
Massive, everywhere we go! Massive, everywhere we go! Everywhere we go!
Coach, you know how you did the job.
Did the job. I said it before kickoff, and we were very confident coming here. You know, 2-1 away from home was there was a great scoreline, and we believed we could have won that game as well. But today the boys turned up and they did the job, wallahi. And thank you very much for the fans as well for turning up and here coming for a great day, wallahi. Great day for the club, and SBCL final, here we come.
It looks like you guys took every single chance you actually got today.
Yeah, from the minute one, we were on it mentally, physically, everything. We were just focused from that first minute, from that first whistle, and it just showed you the performance from the boys. They were up for it, and they were hungry, and it's not done. The job's not done.
It looks like also your fans turned up today.
They did, they really did, and they got behind us, alhamdulillah for them, and it was not just for the players, it's for the fans as well. They've come here a few times and we kind of disappointed them in the past couple of years, but this has been our, our journey, and inshallah next game in the final, we'll do it for them one more time as well.
Good luck for the final.
Thank you very much.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Difficult game today.
A humbling experience coming away to London. Congratulations to OIR. I think we kind of self-destructed in terms of, I think once we conceded, the penalty was given against us to make it 2-0. I think our heads dropped. Some of the inexperienced younger players may have needed more experienced players around them, but again, we looked a little bit heavy-legged. Some of the boys maybe travel, maybe we can learn from it. It's a learning experience. We win or we learn, so hopefully we learn from this experience.
So looking at the game today, obviously our biggest issues around the midfield area. We have seen that we're missing a few players in the midfield.
Yeah, well, disappointing, when you're missing two of your main starters, Yusuf Drapes, who's the captain. You're missing Omar Ibrahim.
For the silly red card that you conceded.
Yeah, I think we've had plenty of conversations and behind the scenes. Umar, I tried to explain to him, he's an important player, he's a good player. We need him in games like this. I'm having to trust the younger players in games like this, and I think he didn't help his team through last week. We could have killed the game off in the first leg. Again, you learn from these experiences, so inshallah it's a humbling experience, but it's one that we can learn from and hopefully move on from. But congratulations to both the London teams, Wembley Rangers. I think Wembley Rangers are the favourites in terms of what I've seen of them. But OIR, listen, they'll give you a run for your money in terms of the team that they've got, and the management is getting better and better. So inshallah, I look forward to what they do. But trust, this wasn't us at our best and it wasn't at our full strength, so we'll come back bigger and better, inshallah.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Esid. Always a pleasure. Thank you for your support throughout the Sbcl. You've done a great job in terms of covering the Manchester Powerhouse. You've covered the fans, the opposition. And again, wallahi, I want to say thank you to you, Esid. Thank you to DJ Mo. Thank you to the main man himself, Ahmed Yassin. I know he wasn't here with us. We were missing some of our backroom staff.
He's still here, don't worry.
But he's here with us in spirit. I feel we let our families, our friends down. But again, Hadal TV's been there to document and follow a journey, and I hope we can continue this partnership and continue broadcasting and showcasing the great talent we have in our community and in the UK as a whole. Inshallah, like, subscribe, comment, Hadal TV.
All right, so it's me again on the main screen. Again, as always, that was the manager's reactions, the players. Big congratulations to OIR and Wembley for reaching the final. For me personally, I think I've seen both play, and I think OIR might just edge it. If I was to ask Asad and Ahmed, who do you think is going to take the crown this year?
If I can go first, Ahmed?
Yeah, go on, Asad.
Just a quick answer. Boom.
I would like to be beaten by the future champions. I don't want to be lost to the guys that will finish second. So champions beat champions. So I would love to see them win.
Cool. Ahmed?
Listen, I'm a big advocate and a fan of football. It would have been nice if Manchester were competing in the final. I think even we're disappointed that we're not in the final. That's the standards that we set ourselves. So we'll be back bigger and better and stronger, inshallah. We'll regroup. But again, congratulations to Wembley Rangers. Congratulations to OIR. If you're asking me from my own experience, OIR looked very strong this season. But at the same time, Wembley Rangers, they've got a few hilltop boys. I
need an answer. I'm gonna push you.
I'm gonna go with Wembley for the final.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Two
Here
for
we go.
OIR, one for Wembley. All right. The winner gets bragging rights on the Hadal TV show. Again, as always, if you made it this far into the video, however long it's been, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We are now on the journey to 5K, then 10K, to 50, 100, the plaque. We're going to be handing out rewards, all sorts of jargon. But yeah, man, until next time, good night.